let's look at these questions. So, what do we do the first time we read it? We read it just to read it. What do we do the second time? Read it to pull my information out. And then what's my third step? Then you answer it, which is pulling out the information. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't write it on my paper, but I pulled out all the information.
Well, good. Then maybe you got them correct then. We'll see. All right, here we go. Haley baked 15 dozen muffins for her bakery. Hey, will you give me a paper towel? Come on. She divided the muffins into family packs of 8 muffins. After filling as many family packs as possible, Haley took the remaining muffins home to her children. How many muffins did Haley take home to her children? Yes, Gabby, you got a question, baby?
I was telling you, I have the paper that I saw the problem on.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So now let's pull the information out. Haley, what do I do? You know, what do I do when I'm going to put myself in there. I'm going to put myself in there. I'm going to say Miss Piper. I'm going to say April because y'all obviously know my first name, so it's not that big of a deal. Bake, so I baked 15 dozen muffins for my bakery. I divided, look at that keyword right there. Whoop. Divided the muffins into family packs of 8 muffins. After filling as many family packs as possible, Haley or I took the remaining right there. What does that mean? What's left over? Remaining. The remainder. Remainder. Muffins home to my children. I didn't know I had children. How many muffins did I take home to my children? All right, so what information can we pull out? So we'll say A made how many? 15 dozen. All right, we'll figure what that out is in a minute. And then I divided it into what? Divided into packs of how many? 8. All right. What else? And then what's the question asking? Question's asking the number of muffins left over or not in a pack. Left over. Huh? You are my children. All right, so how do we figure out, did I make 15 muffins? No, I made 15 dozen. Well, how many is a dozen? 12 packs of muffins. I got donuts on the brain because I had one for breakfast. So we need to figure out how many I made total. So how am I going to figure that out? I do not add. I mean, I guess you could add, but we need to multiply. What am I multiplying to figure out the total amount of muffins I made? 15 times 12. So this is a 2-step problem. 15 times 12. Now I can do repeated addition, write all my 12 facts down and then keep going. Or I can do this. I could say, all right, well, let's do my total. 5 times 2 is what? Put down my 0, regroup my 1. 2 times 1 is, plus 1 is 3. Then what do I need to do with my 2? Make it into a 0 and then do what? Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. Then I do what? Add. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 5 is 8. 1 plus 0 is 1. So I made how many muffins? I made a total I made a total of 180 muffins. So, which I would probably have written that right there. So now, can I figure out how many I will have remaining? Yes, because what do I need to do? Divide into packs of 8, right there. Don't even have to sit there and reread the problem. It's right there for me. So now, I'm going to say, what divided by 8? 180 divided by 8. And I'm not in the camera. Let me zoom it out just a wee bit. All right, what are my steps? D, M, S, B, R. D goes where? On top. M goes where? At the bottom. Not really at the bottom, but it goes below the house. All right, let's do our 8th fact. Ready, go.
8, 16, 24. Oh, wait.
Yes, Sebastian?
32. What did you say? I mean, something.
We're on page 109. 32. 40 what? 40, 48. 56. 64. 72. 80. Y'all have got to know your multiplication facts. End of story. You've got to know them. If you are not looking at what I'm doing, I'm going to get more frustrated. So now can I say 1 divided by 8? Well, I can't say that, but can I do it? No. So I've got to say what? 18 divided by 8. So is there a number closest to 18 without going over? Well, let's look. Well, 24 is too much, so I got to go to 16. How many times can 8 go into 18 without going over? We go 1, 2. 2 times. Jody, you paying attention? No? Let me answer my own question. All right, so now I've divided. Now I need to multiply. 8 times 2 is what? 16. Then I need to do what? Subtract. 18 minus 16 is what? 2. I've subtracted. Now I need to do what? Bring down the 0. Am I going to repeat or remainder? I'm going to repeat. So I'm going to go back up to the top here. So now I'm going to say 20 divided by 8. All right, so let's go close to it without going over. Whoop. All right, what do we got again? 2. 8 times 2 is what? 16. Write it below. Now I need to subtract. 20 minus 16 is 4. Do I have anything else to bring down? No. It's 4 less than 8. Yeah, so I have 22 with the remainder of 4. So that means I have 22 bags of 8 and 4 remaining. So what is my answer? No, it is not D. It is A. It is 4 because we want to know the number of muffins left over, and that is 4. Because we got 22 with the remainder of 4, so I took 4 muffins home.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, to her children, which you probably only have. I got it.
All right, looking at number 3, please. Number 3, please. Thank you. That's still number 2. Says Mark's mother prepares 672 ounces of punch for his party. He pours the punch into 4 different punch bowls. Each serving is 8 ounces. How many servings of punch does Mark's mother make? All right, so now let's change it to whose mother? My mother. So So April's mother makes 672 ounces of punch for my party. My party. She pours punch into 4 different punch bowls. Each serving is 8 ounces. How many servings does punch does April's mother make? All right, so let's pull our information out. So my mother, who's my mother's name is Patty. Yep. She made 672. If I still hear that clicking, I'm going to lose it. 672 ounces, which is OZ, of punch. Yes, sir. Okay. It says she pours punch into 4 different punch bowls. Each serving is 8 ounces. How many servings of punch does my mother make? So, how many servings? So, each serving is 8 ounces. So, my question is asking me the number of ounces that, number of servings that she made. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with the document camera these days. Let me back it up a little bit. All right, so the number of servings that she made. Now, what information in here is not really needed?
8 ounces. No, that's needed. No, it's not.
The 4 bowls. Does it? Right. They threw that 4 bowls in there to try to throw you off, because some of you probably said 672 divided by 4. It's not. It doesn't. The question is not asking how many ounces are in each bowl. It's saying how many servings did she make. So that 4 different punch bowls is extra information that we do not need. That's why you have to read very, very carefully. So now, how do we figure out how many servings? So 1 serving equals 8 ounces. How do we figure out how many servings she made? You divide what? 672 divided by the number of ounces in 1 serving. 672 divided by 8.
I was thinking when I put 6 instead of 8. Oops.
Okay, make sure you read very carefully next time. All right, DMSBR. All right, we've already got our 8 facts up here, so I'm just gonna rewrite them. 8, 16, 24. But remember on the EOG, what did I say that drink was yesterday? That's a lunch drink, not a during the day drink. Okay? What did I say you would already have done on the EOG? Your table, your facts. So are you going to have to rewrite all this? No, because it'll already be done for you. All right, here we go. We divide, we put it up top, multiply, we put it down below the half. So now, here we go. 6 divided by 8. Can I do it?
No.
I can, but I have to do what? Make it into 67 divided by 8. So a number closest to 67 without going over 64. So I'm going to circle my 64. Let's count how many times 8 goes into 67 without going over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I'm going to write my 8 up top. I have divided. Check. All right, so now I do what?
Now you have
Now I multiply. 8 times 8 is what?
64.
64. I write that down. Then I do what? Subtract. 67 minus 64 gives me what? 3. Now I do what? Bring down the 2. You alright? Okay.
That means I am okay.
Okay. What language were you speaking?
Russian.
Russian. You know Russian?
Some Russian.
Very cool. That's very cool. I learn something new about everybody every day. All right, am I going to repeat or remainder? Repeat. So I'm going to bring my 8 down just to help me. 8 goes into 32. How many times without going over? 1, 2, 4 times. So I write my 4 up here. Now I'm going to say 8 times 4 is what? 32. Write that down below. Now I'm going to do what? Subtract gives me 0. Do I have anything else to bring down? No, so I stop right there. So how many ounces, how many servings did my mother make? 84. Now, let's just say that we did 672 divided by 4. Let's see if that answer is up there. Okay? So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. D, M, S, B, R. See? Because I just want you to see that, you know, if you would have done it another way, the answer would still be there, but... All right, so 4 goes into 6. How many times without going over? 1 time. Put my 1 there. I say 4 times 1 is 4. I've divided, I've multiplied. Now I need to subtract. 6 minus 4 is 2. Then I do what? Bring down the 7. Now, repeating or remaindering? Repeat. So, 27 divided by 4 is... Okay, got 24 how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Put that on top of my 7. And I'm going to say 4 times 6 is what? 24. It's right here. 7 minus 4 is 3. I've divided, multiplied, subtracted. Now I need to do what? Bring down my 2. You see how I'm drawing my arrows so I know that I am on track. Am I going to repeat or remainder? Repeat. All right, so 32 divided by 4. All right, 32 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. 4 times 8 is what? 32. Subtract gives me 0. Is there 168 up there? Yes. So see, there were 2 answers. They were trying to get you. How many people did they fool you? It's okay. Just be honest.
No, the first time,
Thanks for being honest.
I got that.
That's okay. You just have to make sure you read the problem very carefully. All right, and number 5. Looking at number 5, please. It says, Miss Roseman makes chocolate chip cookies for a bake sale. She plans to place 6 chocolate chunks on top of each cookie. She purchases 875 chocolate chunks. How many cookies can Miss Roseman make? It's just a piece of chocolate chip. It's just a thicker kind of chunk. Jayana, stand up if you need to, please. Because we're doing math right now. Stand up. It's all right. You waste my time, I will waste yours. All right, it says, how many cookies can Miss Roseman make? Well, let's look at our choices. We have 110 cookies with no chocolate chunks left over, 101 cookies with 5 chocolate chunks left over, 145 cookies with no chocolate chunks left over, 145 cookies with 5 chocolate chunks left over. So, let's get our information. So, Miss Piper made chocolate chunk cookies for a bake sale. I plan to place 6 chocolate chunks on top of each meaning 1, multiply, divide, 1 cookie. I purchased 875 chocolate chunks. How many cookies can Miss Piper make? All right, so let's pull my information out. So I make how many cookies?
800 cookies.
All right, so I purchased how many chocolate chunks? 875 chunks. Chocolate chunks. We'll just call them chocolate chips. Chocolate chunks. All right. How many am I going to put on 1? So 1 cookie will have how many? Has how many?
6.
Has 6 pieces. 1 cookie has 6 pieces. What is the question asking me?
How many cookies?
Number of cookies that I made. Number of cookies made. All right, so how do we figure that out? Divide what? 875 divided by 6. 875 divided by 6. All right, so DMSBR. Back it up a little bit. 6 facts, ready to go.
6, 12.
Guys, you'll have to know your facts in your head. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 40, 42, 48, 54, 60. Thank you. You guys need to practice your facts, please. It's very important that you practice these facts. If you know your facts, then you should not have to go and find your paper to read the facts off of. You should be able to tell me off the top of your head. All right. So now let's divide. 8 divided by 6. 8 divided by 6. Guys, I'm up here. 8 divided by 6. 8 can go into 6 how many times? 1 time.
No, 8 can go into 6.
No, 6 can go into 8. Thank you, Alex, for correcting my grammar. For correcting my mistake. Thank you, sir. I've divided. Now I need to do what? Multiply. 6 times 1 is 6. Then I'm going to do what? Subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. Now I need to do what? Bring down my 7. Am I repeating or remaindering? Repeating, going back to the top. So I'm going to bring my 6 down just to help me. 27 divided by 6. Close to it without going over. We got 24. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Then I'm going to multiply. 6 times 4 is 24. Write it down. Then I'm going to subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3. Then I'm going to bring down my 5. 6 goes into 35. How many times without going over? Right here, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 6 times 5 is 30. Then I'm going to do what? Subtract gives me 5. Is there anything else to bring down?
No.
No. Is this number smaller than this number?
Yes.
Is my 5 smaller than my 6? Yes. So that means this is my what? Remainder of 5. So now we've got my answer. I'm going to write it up here. 145 R5. So that means she made how many cookies and how many chunks does she have left over? All right, so we can go ahead and cross out A and B. Because the only two that have 145 in it is C and D. All right, we have 145 cookies with no chunks left over. We have 145 cookies with 5 chunks left over. That would be 145 with the remainder of 5. This would be 145 with the remainder of 0. So the answer is D. Hey. Sure. Sure. All right, I'm about to give you another piece of paper. Not all me. This ain't an all situation. Who?
Zania Beth?
Yes.
Okay, great. Zania. And Eloise.
Ella's not here today.
Okay. So those are the last two I need to do.
Of course. All right. I want you to try numbers 1 through 5 on your own right now. Okay? Numbers 1 through 5 on your own right now. You can put your math book away. All you need out is a piece of paper. Those that are on the computer, here is numbers 1 through 5. Hold on, let me zoom out a little bit. I'm going to put it on a teacher-made thingy, so hold on, give me a few minutes and I'll get it up on the computer for you. All right, so y'all just kind of look at it for a minute. While I have my friend Amari pass these out. Pass one out to everybody. Thank you, sir. You're only doing numbers 1 through 5 right now. Numbers 1 through 5. I should see you pulling that information out. Jordan, will you help him please? Your pass. Help pass out. All right, I should see you working on these problems. We're doing numbers 1 through 5.